Hi everyone, welcome back to If Our Heart Had Wings, episode 8, where Aoi and Ageha are going to try to get Kotori to go to school. So in the past few episodes, we see that Kotori has a lot of problems, and one of them is that she's been skipping school a lot. And outside of school, Kotori does all sorts of crazy things, which includes eating a whole bucket of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. But also see in episode 7 that Aoi is still having trouble making the right meals for the dorm mates because all of them leave leftovers behind minus Kanako, because she eats everything up. Also in episode 7, Ageha came in for a surprise visit to the Flying Fish Manor. Well, Ageha wanted to check up on Kotori, and hopefully she can give some input on how Aoi can improve his cooking for the girls. For example, how much is small in Aoi's terms? But putting that aside, let's focus on Kotori and let's see what she's going to react, or how she's going to react now that Ageha's here to help Aoi get Kotori to come to school. So first, Hat the Duck came into the dining hall, then Kotori came in after him. It's opposite to usual. So why do I have to, what? So Kotori rubbed her sleepy eyes and started preparing Hat's food. I think Hat's actually hungry and wants breakfast. It somehow looked as if the hungry Hat had woken her up. Well then, eat your filling, get nice, fat, maybe I'll eat you afterwards. And I think Hat knows that Kotori's joking. Well, who wants to eat Hat? Hat's very helpful, even though he can't speak. He has some good ideas and he agrees and nods his head over all the opinions that are good for people. And so Ageha sees Hat. Wow, it's cute! And Kotori freaks out. So Kotori notices that Ageha is here and instantly opens her eyes. So Hat's famous? Has been on TV? I wonder if Kotori knows who Ageha is. Well, they're in the same class, but then again, Kotori hasn't shown up in class for quite a while. So, Ageha's like, well, I'm kind of checking up on you because you haven't been coming to school for quite some time. And Kotori thinks that the teacher sent Ageha to check on her. Okay, so here's when Ageha's trying to invite Kotori to come to school. And Kotori thinks that the teacher sent her still. So Kotori gave a humph and made another one of those straight faces that she's good at. I don't think Kotori minds that she's behind, because like, well, either way, I'm already prepared to drop out of school. I'm just trying to make sure I can get there in one go, send the withdrawal letter, and then come back.
あなたには関係ないでしょ?
And then Kotori's like, well, me being behind has nothing to do with you, so just let me be behind.
そうなんだけどね。そうだよね。ごめん。
I think it's like, well, my academic progress, that's my business. You don't need to be stupid around in it.
誰も今日休むなんて言ってないじゃない。
Well, who said I was gonna take a day off today? I don't think anyone needs to know. The fact that she has a long string of absences gives suspicion. And I wonder if they take attendance at school. That's why they know that Kotori isn't here. But then if you skip class a lot, it becomes obvious.
勘違いしないでね。あなたに言われたから行くわけじゃないのよ。
Well, don't get the wrong idea. The reason I'm going isn't because you asked me to.
じゃあ待ってるね。
I wonder if Ageha knows that maybe Kotori's going to send the withdrawal letter.
誰があなたと一緒に行くって言ったのよ。私は一人で登校します。
Wow. So Kotori sat with a straight face and then turned her wheelchair around. Just as she was about to leave, she stopped the wheelchair and turned around. So what else does she want to say?
あなたたち知り合いなの?
So you know each other? Yeah, we're childhood friends. Nothing out of the ordinary.
バカみたい。
It looks like she has more of a bad attitude this morning. I think the fact that they're trying to push her to go to school, she's even more upset. However, did she say that she was going to go to school? Okay, so now they're heading to school. And as they were walking to school, they were talking about Kotori. So is there a reason why Kotori stopped coming to school? So that's a mystery that Aoi and is still trying to solve.
まあね。
But I think Ageha might have a clue. I don't think she knows everything about why Kotori just stopped coming to school.
ハバネさんって足が不自由でしょ? 2年で一緒のクラスになった時、そのせいで浮いてるような感じしたから。時々話しかけるようにしてたんだ。
So the wheelchair has a contributing factor to why she's not coming to school. But I don't think it's because the school is quite far and she's at risk when she has to go that far. That's so like Ageha to worry about that sort of thing. If there are any people who don't really fit into the group or are left out, she won't ignore them. So in the past, that's why I started to play with Mabo, and so it could have been for the same reason. I'm not really sure what really makes Mabo stand out being weird.
けどハバネさんはあの調子でつっけんどんっていうか 馴染む気がないみたいなんだよね。
So I wonder what's Kotori thinking about? Like, why does she want to stand out? And like, well, I don't want to fit in anyways. Yeah, I can imagine that somehow.
そんな私とハバネさんのこと見てたクラスの子らがついに怒っちゃって、ハバネさんに物申したのが始まり。
So it seems like the other girls, they don't respect the fact that Kotori is in a wheelchair. And when they see Ageha going over to Kotori and helping her, they got angry, which is a very inappropriate attitude for someone that's in a wheelchair.
クラスの女子 vs ハバネさんの大喧嘩になっちゃって。
And they went into a fight. Wow. That's one step too far. When Ageha reminded herself of what happened back then, she rarely slouched forward. But thankfully, Ageha is able to stand up for her beliefs and ignore all the pressure from those other girls. Ageha is cheerful and has many friends. Well, thankfully, her attitude does fit in. Kotori, who didn't respond to Ageha's concerns about her, might have been seen as the one wronged by those around them. Since then, she stopped coming to school?
そういうこと。
Yeah, that's right.
いやー、あの時のハバネさんすごかったよ。クラスの女子全員を向こうに回して全然負けてなかったね。
But Kotori was quite amazing. She defended herself against all those girls who have no respect for wheelchairs and disabled people. Ageha's waving her arms around like someone from a kung fu movie and passionately told the story. I decided not to ask her what kind of heroic deeds took place or for any specific details. Well, I didn't really expect that. Even just by saying something in a slightly harsh way, she gets all tearful. So I wonder if the peer pressure really pushed her not to come to school.
なんでハバネさん、うちの学校に来たんだろう。
But then again, I don't know why the girls were kind of concerned about it, because usually the natural response was that, well, if she drops out, then we win. But that's not where we want to go. We want her to come to school. But then they kind of wonder, so out of all the schools that she can go to, why did she want to pick this specialty school in engineering?
だって授業も全然楽しそうじゃないし、友達も作ろうとしないし。
She doesn't really make friends and doesn't really like the class here. The only reason I could think of that is that it might be because it has full disabled access. In fact, that could be the main reason.
ああ、なんかしてあげられることないかな。
Sheesh. I've got to do something about this. Looking at Ageha from the side as she pushes her hands behind her head and starts thinking about things over, I remember the withdrawal notice that I picked up last night. So on the spur of the moment, I decided not to give it back and acted like I knew nothing about it. Well, that's kind of good, because we don't want Kotori to give up. We want her to come. So is she really planning to drop out? It somehow felt like I had picked up some heavy piece of lost property. But the property isn't good. The two of us made troubled faces as we walked together. Murmur, murmur. A quiet, strange commotion surrounded us. So I wonder if someone else is here. Or maybe Kotori has arrived. Most of the other students around us on their way to school were looking in the same direction. And over there was... So a tall, slender, beautiful girl was walking along. So this was the girl that was so busy on her drawing board that she forgot lunch. And she's sitting inside this abandoned club room, or this abandoned building that looks like a garage. It has tools everywhere and a unfinished product. Oh, it's her. It was the girl that I met in the garage. Everyone was looking at her with curiosity, but it seemed that she hadn't noticed that other people were looking at her. I was looking at her in the same direction as everyone, but Ageha took the way I was looking in the wrong way. Oh! As I thought, you have high standards.
あの人はうちの学校の超有名人にして超留年生望月あまね先輩よ。
Okay, so her name is Amane Mochizuki. And she's a repeat student, so she's been here for quite some time. So yeah, what do you mean by super repeat student?
そう、もう何年も留年してるんだって。
Okay, so she's been in school several times, or like she's in the same year several times. Is she really that stupid? She doesn't look like it though.
どっちかっていうと天才?
Well, she is a genius. So it's like, well, she's been here for quite some time. She's been the same year many times. And that kind of gives you the suspicion that, well, maybe she failed all her classes and has to retake it several times.
成績トップとかそういう次元じゃなくて、先生ももう教えることは何もないっていうか、たまに教えてもらいに行ってるとかなんとか。
See, so it's like she's really smart. It's something that can be measured by academic performance, so grades or test scores. So the teachers have nothing more than to teach her. In fact, they sometimes go to learn from her, it seems. So she's clever than teachers, so she's smarter than the teachers? Does our school really deal with specialized fields?
それなのになぜか卒業せず学校に居座ってるの。計画的に単位を落としてわざと留年してるんだって。
So, let's see. Oh, so she purposely tries to flunk herself so that she can stay in school. Or, like, not take enough units to, pass classes.
本来規則で認められているよりも余分に留年してるから超留年生。
Okay, so, she's repeated several times for many years, and she's way past, the maximum number of repeats. I kind of think they let her in because, well, she still contributes to the school in a sense. Just not academically.
けど珍しいな。朝の通学路で見かけるなんて。
I don't know if she's a genius or not, but she definitely doesn't, she definitely seems weird. So I think she notices something. Then abruptly, super repeater student senior Amane stopped walking and looked at the sky. Everyone else mimicked her and looked up as well. And we see a jet flying through the blue sky, pulling its vapor trail along behind it. Everyone soon realized it was a plane and quickly lost interest and started walking again. However, Amae Mochizuki kept on standing there, looking up at the plane flying high in the sky. When people came from behind and avoided her like she was in their way, she didn't pay any attention to them either.
行こう。
And Ageha's like, yeah, okay, let's just go. Sure. Okay, so Kotori did come to school. So I wonder what got her to change her mind and why she wants to come to school.
幅ね、もう体調の方はいいのか?
And the teacher seems to be accommodating her. Are you okay?
おかげさまで。
But then again, Kotori has a pretty upsetting attitude.
そうか、心配してたんだぞ。
So Kotori went past the homeroom teacher, who seemed bewildered that she had come back to school all of a sudden. Then, still in a wheelchair, arrived at her desk. The desk right at the front was the only one that didn't have a chair. Everyone looked on, puzzled.
私は動物園の動物じゃないわ。
I'm not an animal in the zoo. So now that Kotori was in school, she started her cool allele routine again. She's concentrated during the lesson and answered the teacher's questions easily when asked. It seems like her grades in her regular subjects are top class. And during recess, she sat at her desk reading a book and going off somewhere else. She didn't try to talk to anyone, even if Ageha tried to speak to her. and she acted like she hadn't noticed. The other girls in the class looked like they were worried about her, how they should treat her, and watched her from a distance. During gym class, the way she looked on board left an impression on me. She always looked like she was all alone and didn't seem to be enjoying herself very much. Hey, Kotori! Okay, so he wants to try to talk to her. So even though she does really well in school, it's just that her social life is pretty sad. And I think it's like the other classmates don't know how to like accommodate her or let her into their inner circle. At lunchtime, I found Kotori carrying her bag, about to leave classroom, and I chased her down the hallway. Hey, it's lunchtime, you know. What are you doing here? Just ignores her. Or she just ignores him. Suddenly, Kotori dashed away at an unbelievable speed. Hey! What's with that response? In the heat of a moment, I tried to chase her, but I thought I would bump into passing students, and I was too slow to start moving. So in the meantime, Kotori had already gotten inside the elevator. Okay, so the elevators are only reserved for disabled people with wheelchairs and okay, so yeah, it's for disabled people. It's for people with carts, like teachers or workers. Even so, I chased after her only for the door to close mercilessly in front of me. But you can see where the elevator is going, and you can catch her when she comes out of the elevator. I wonder if she stuck her middle finger out at Aoi as the elevator started moving up. Oh, so she stuck her tongue out. Well, you're not gonna get away. So I think Aoi's gonna try to intercept her as she comes out of the elevator. Okay, I think she lost him. Oh, so I think Kotori was actually going to leave school. And I was going to chase her down still. It seemed like she was trying to leave early, so I went to cut her off. However, I can't deny the possibility that her lunch is in the bag. Maybe I got the wrong idea? If that's not it, then what could be the problem? I watched over the school gates like some guardian statue. Uh-oh. Someone kicked her? Someone kicked Aoi? I was crashed into something in the back. In other words, from outside the school gates. Arg. Okay, so you ran into someone. Ow, 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 what was that? I got up and I felt like I was crawling out from under the avalanche. Then I saw a big cardboard box and a girl that had fallen over. Are you okay?
大丈夫。
Okay, so I wonder who he ran into.
すまない。荷物で前が見えなくて。
Oh, so it's the super repeater student. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I had a big box in front of me, so I didn't really know where I was going. So I took faith and just hopefully people will walk around me. But for Aoi, who was trying to rush to make sure Kotori doesn't leave school, he didn't see where he was going either, and he crashed into her. Oh. I looked at her as I got up without thinking. I thought I was gonna say the super repeater student, but I held my tongue.
君こそどこも怪我はないか?
Oh, so you're alright. Yeah, I'm okay.
そうか、よかった。
So as she says that, the super repeating student holds onto the big cardboard box.
よっと。
Okay, so what is she gonna do next? Okay, so she's hungry again. So I think she got too busy on that drawing again that she forgot to eat again. She went to lift it up, but then the senior Amane Mochizuki slumped down exhausted.
空腹による一時的なパフォーマンスの低下が著しい。
Okay, I'll help you carry it then. Wait, it's so heavy. So the big cardboard box is incredibly heavy. I wonder what's inside. Maybe lots of metal.
いいんだ。自分で運べるから。
But she thinks it's okay, she can carry it. Come on, it's no big deal. I said as if I went to pick it up anyways.
ありがとう。
Oh, thanks. So, is it okay here? So I don't know what's in it, but I put the heavy cardboard box on the floor.
悪いな。手伝ってもらって。
Okay, so she thanks us. It's alright, but anyway, senior, if you're hungry, you should go eat something. So I don't know why she's smiling. She was staring towards the inside of the garage. Oh, senior? What's going on? So I find myself copying her and looking in the same direction. And we'll look at this unfinished product that's under black scaffolding. What's inside it? And why is Kotori here? Surprisingly. What is she doing here? Yeah, I kind of questioned that as well. So she's by this really big item that's placed in the center of the garage, and she's trying to lift it up the sheet to see what's underneath it.
それに興味があるのかい?
Oh, so you're interested in that? I wonder if Amane's asking Kotori or Aoi the question. Okay, so she's asking Kotori. I think Kotori likes it. Kotori seems intimidated and nods. Amane vigorously pulls up the sheet. So inside is a white, streamlined aircraft. Well, that's a pretty nice aircraft. It's well made, nice lines, good aerodynamics. Kotori looked at it, dazed. I'd say wow as they let out a small surprise sound.
これもしかしてグライダー？
So this must be a glider?
ああ、そうだ。
Yep. Amane nodded and Kotori cautiously moved her head closer to the aircraft. Even in the dimly lit garage, the glider's white body had a glossy shine to it, and faintly reflected Kotori's face. I moved towards it and took a closer look as well. Is this the one that we saw from the windmill hill?
多分そう。
So I wonder why Kotori just casually followed the conversation when earlier she was basically yelling at Aoi and left. The smooth surface looks like it was made from plastic, but it's hard to the touch. I don't think it's plastic. I think it might be composites or some other aircraft material, because plastic is not strong enough to hold the whole thing together. The wings had been removed for now, and it was just the body.
コックピットはこんな風になってるんだ。
So this is what the cockpit's like? Wow, this is amazing! So I think Kotori notices who's also in the garage. Okay. So this is a good place to stop. So Kotori now realizes that she was talking to Aoi all along. And earlier in the episode, she tried to get away from him because he was trying to get her to stay in class, get along with the program, be a little bit more social, all the other things. But it looks like Kotori doesn't want to bother being part of the class. But there's one thing that she's interested in, which happens to be this glider that we just saw. And I think that's probably why she went to Windmill Hill in episode 1, because she wanted to see this flying machine. And I'm just wondering, like if the wings, they're still being modified or updated, or because they're taking off the body for now. But I guess we'll see more about the glider, and to a larger extent, Kotori. So I think Kotori wants to be in the school because of what, like the specialty, the glider, and without much else, I'm just going to say see you later.